Hello and welcome to the Lumbridge Nights continuation of my Leagues 3 series. In this update, it will cover days 3 to 5 approximately, me upgrading to tier 4, and a shock revelation for me of just how far behind the pack leaders I am. Will I be able to make up that ground by the end of this? Okay, so here I am getting the Barbarian Pest Wars fragment, and although I mentioned a shock revelation at the start of the video, I think I want to kind of paint a bit of a picture first, so we're going to come back to that. So keep watching to hear about that. So let's get on with the positives. I've just got Wintertodt Champion, 25 Wintertodds. You know, I was on top of the world. I've got 1,175 points. Life is looking good. There's the Pro Fletching fragment unlocked as well. And I was feeling pretty good because, you know, I'm basically on the cusp of my first level 99 skill. And in fact, boom, there it is. 99, 125 points, 99 finals, day 4 or 5. I thought I was doing pretty well. It's good. I'm enjoying leagues. A 99 in like 2 days is fantastic. As in, like, it took me like probably less than 5-6 hours total game time to max out Wintertodt. In real life, that has took me about 6 months of the Hardcore Iron Man and about a week of solid play for my group Iron Man, and it nearly killed me doing it. I really did not appreciate the grind at Wintertodt there. And then yeah, there's me hitting 75 Wintertodt kills, another 25 points. And this was the point where I finished Wintertodt and left, and unfortunately didn't get the full Pyromancer. Pretty good about that. So then I moved on to trying to get rid of any of the tasks, beginner or easy. So one of them was plant seeds in an allotment, so I planted some seed. And then this is the bit where, you know, I've got one beginner task left, which I'm saving because I haven't unlocked Slayer at this point. So I'm just saving that so I can get the easy XP, because the Varrock library quiz is a piece of cake, so it's very easy to do. There's also a very easy task here to just pay one of the minders to mind your crops. There's an easy 5 points for 2 books of compost. This is the kind of point where I wanted to kind of have a break in and just have a little bit of an update. So here I am, 150 points off tier 4, and having checked the leaderboards and had a quick look around, I am severely off the pace. I'm just going to switch in and look at the League First leaderboard to kind of show you what I mean and paint a picture. Now here we are, right? So this is why I think I maybe underestimated the league thing, right? Achieve a level 99 skill, day 1. Obtain a pet, day 1, you know, that's pure luck. That could happen. Elite Diary, 3 days later. So that's probably when I was finishing Wintertodt. Someone's already completed an Elite Diary. Master Clue Scroll, yeah, that's not too bad. Level 3 Fragment. Yep. Unlock all skills. Yeah, that's not too bad. Here we go. So, at the point in the video where I've just finished Wintertodt, this guy has achieved tier 7 apparently. That is an impressive outgoing. Very impressive. Yeah, so it's obviously going to be a very difficult task for me to catch up now. So yeah, maybe the Dragon Trophy is something that, for this leagues at least, will be out of my reach. My stratagem bases on attaining tier 5 when you get 12 times experience. Now once I achieve 12 times experience, hopefully I'll be able to cruise through a lot of tasks at that point, and my character, like, overall level will rocket significantly. So fingers crossed, we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, wow, I am seriously impressed with the effort that some players have put in, and it's going to be an uphill battle now to try and catch up. Anyway, after that bombshell, I think the only way is up, and I really need to knuckle down and probably spend some time in thinking about my strategy going forward. We're only kind of like, what, 5-6 days in, so it's like kind of coming to the end of week 1, and you know, there's still a lot to play for. There is still 5 weeks left, so you know, people who are top of the leaderboard now probably won't be at the end of 6 weeks. I mean, they probably will be, but maybe not. I'd like to live in hope rather than fear. So now I'm heading to Zaf's to buy an elemental staff and equip it. Easy 5 points, another easy task ticked off. I also wanted to get an air and fire staff because I've prioritized magic, so it's way overdue me buying those staffs. Then I've jumped back to Alcarad because all you need to do is catch an anchovy at the Alcarad fishing spot. Dead easy. You know, you can just teleport him with a waystone and get it done. Then I've cut a sapphire. Again, I've already had the crafting level for a long time. It doesn't take much. It's what, level 5 crafting or something. And then create a leather body. Another easy one can be done in Alcarid quite easily. Hence why it's an easy task, I guess. So, we're moving on. What do we got next? Boom! Oh, very easy. Just click locate on any talisman, and that's another 5 points. I should have done this previously. Easy enough to kill an Alcarid warrior. Obviously, watch out. It's a multi-kill area, so watch out. Then head to the top of the Wizard's Tower. Kill yourself a Lesser Demon. This is 2 tasks in one. This is defeat a Lesser Demon, a combat task, and defeat a Lesser Demon in the Wizard's Tower. And that's 30 league points, 3 Sage Renowned. Boom. Easy as. I think one of them's a 5 and one of them's a 25. Hence the 30. Easy. Then head over to Brimhaven on Karamja and pick a pineapple. Another 5 points. Then pay a paltry sum of 875 coins to enter the Brimhaven dungeon, and that's another 5 points. I've got nothing to do in here, so let's get the hell out of here. Next, Tree Gnome Stronghold, speak to Brimstail, and get teleported to get some rune essence. Use the switch in Ardoin to go to the back of the wilderness, head into the Mage Arena Bank, and simply bank at the Mage Arena Bank. It's just a chest, find the chest. It's going to skip because I forgot to press play when I actually did the banking tasks. And there we go, you can see it on the screen there. Use the bank at the Mage Arena, 5 points. From here, I kind of started in the last video, but I didn't have enough money to finish it off. I've just paid to move my house around to the different locations. I'm going to have to come back once I've unlocked the Elven quest line and pay 50,000 obviously for the Elven area. And boom, with that I've just unlocked tier 4, which is pretty good. And I also got the Deep Pockets fragment, which will significantly help with the thieving to come. Now I hadn't quite finished with the old relocation, so I'm going to pay to go to Yanville, and that's pretty much used the rest of the money I had. Just going to go check fragment there. Yeah, Deep Pockets, 20% chance to get double, 50% at level 2 and 100% at level 3. So that's a really effective fragment for thieving. And yeah, level 5, there's the stats. Now, I didn't do this before. I unlocked this at Wintertodt, but I forgot to come and collect it, so I can collect my Crystal of Memories, that's what it's called, to use the Last Recall set effect. Unfortunately, I don't have enough Last Recall fragments to use this at the moment, so I will have to wait out. I then didn't know what to do next, so I headed to the Greater Cure End and started doing some of the Favour quests. I started with Hosidius, purely because I wanted to get into the Woodcutting Guild, as one thing I've made a mistake while I've been doing these videos is I stopped for about 48 hours to edit my first few videos, and this was a horrendous loss of time. So I really needed to look at developing an AFK strategy, and I decided that woodcutting would be that. Equally, there's a fruit stall that you require 15% favour in order to steal from. Please like the video and support my content. Thank you, noble knight. So, I probably don't have much time to waste, so let's get on with the show. I entered the Wizard Guild, which is something I could have done a while back. I was level 74 mage since tier 3, so that's an easy 25 points, quite a good score. And then there's also a task for equipping a piece of mystic armor. I'm just going to check the price there. Probably get the gloves is what I opt for, because it's reasonably cheap, and I haven't got a glove slot item for the mage. So I tried to equip that, but I need 20 defense. Stupid, but yeah, can't equip that. Anyway, so then I moved back to Hosidius because I wanted to steal from one of the fruit stalls, which required 15% favour, and my longer term goal was to get into the Woodcutting Guild. I started making compost with the aim of getting my Hosidius favour up. The good thing about this favour quest is you can use the deposit box, and then when you hand in the compost at the end, you can actually hand in all the stuff that's in your bank as well. So you see, do I want to donate the fertilizer? Yes, and that's all the fertilizer gone from my bank and my inventory. So there we go, we're over the 20% mark, so I can steal from the fruit stall now, which you'll see, and I'm going to try and say this. There's 5 points for stealing a Golovanova fruit. Wow, really hard to say. Anyhow, as you can see, I was kind of thinking about thievery at this point, so I went and pickpocketed a guard. I chose Varrock because there's also a quest for pickpocketing a Varrock guard specifically, so therefore scoring 50 points for doing one task. And while you're there, you may as well get 28 coin purses and open them all at once, because there's a task for getting more than 800 coins from one full inventory of coin pouches. So you'll see here, boom, it drops there. I obtained 840 coins from that purse, which gave me the 25 points for the obtain 800 coins from a single purse. As I was in the area, I jumped back to Lumbridge, so I made a whacker canoe for another 25 points and another easy medium task before returning to my house and building an oak ladder, because that's also a medium task, so it's an easy 25 points for some very low level construction components. Following that, I decided to do some fletching. I decided to do this because there's a number of tasks for fletching a number of different types of bow, so I've got plenty of wood of various types, and it just makes sense to kind of obviously get these medium tasks out the way as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to need a lot of flax. So yeah, spin the flax into bowstrings. The first thing I'm going to fletch is an oak shortbow. Fletch an oak shortbow, 5 points, easy task, done. And then I needed some more bowstrings, so I managed to unlock the Dragon on a Bit fragment. And also, you'll see it just pop up there briefly because I almost missed it. At this point, I hit total level 500 before carrying on with my bowstrings. That's another easy task for 5 points, just fitting base level 500. So yeah, carry on with the bowstring. There's a medium task for simply fletching 50 unfinished, unstrung maple longbows, so I did that. So at this point I decided to go back to fishing. I could already fish Karambrangi, that's how I'm going to pronounce it, sorry if it's wrong. 5 points, easy. The fishing spot is directly south of Brimhaven. Just watch out for the spiders and the poisonous tribesmen guys, they're annoying. Next, I decided to catch 50 salmon. Very easy task. I went to the barbarian village just because it's convenient. Then I just decided to absolutely chain smoke fishing at Catherby, unlocking the catch of the day fragment when I was doing lobsters. And again, I unlocked another fragment, the chef's catch. These two fragments are really awesome and transform your fishing into something really effective. That is, if you've unlocked cooking. So at this point I decided it was worthwhile unlocking cooking, because chef's catch means that there's a chance when you catch something that it will automatically be cooked and you will gain the experience for as if you cooked it. So obviously with cooking not unlocked, I would not receive that experience, so I definitely want that. And catch of the day just increases the frequency of rare drops from fishing. I've got to say there's been very few rare drops received, even with the fragment on, but the chef's catch fragment is fantastic, really useful, and it's really good cooking experience, so definitely worthwhile unlocking cooking to benefit from that. I then caught 100 lobsters, another easy medium task for 25 points. Before going and doing some cooking, successfully cooked 5 pieces of food, boom. Obviously I hadn't done any cooking because I just unlocked the skill. That's an easy task, 5 points. And here we go with some cooking fragments. So Dine and Dash unlocked, and then some experience for Dine. And then I also unlocked Mother's Magic Fossil and the Endless Knowledge set effect with the Arcane Grimoire. Now the Arcane Grimoire just allows you to change spellbooks on the fly, so you don't need to go to the source area to switch the book. You can do it just from the bank or the sage if you have the right fragments equipped. So I've just headed back to the sage to collect the Arcane Grimoire. I don't have much use for it now because I haven't unlocked any of the spellbooks, so I'm just going to bank that. As you can see, I've started to sort out my bank, so my OCD's kicked in, and I've currently got my bank into some sort of order. I currently need about 1,200 points to get to tier 5, and that's a real key milestone for me because that's where you get 12 times experience. However, little did I know, but there'd been a gaming storm raging in the background of this Leagues launch that was about to bear fruit, and the changes Jagex were about to implement would significantly change the way I was going to play Leagues going forward. We'll find out more about that in the next video. So this is Lumbridge Knight saying peace out, and again, watch out for my next update that will once again be launching imminently.